Welcome on today's conversation on the future of work, where AI isn't just a buzzword, but a business driver. This is Lenovo Work Reborn, live in Orlando. Hey, John, welcome to the Lenovo Work Reborn podcast. How are you doing today?
Doing great.
Thank you for coming by. I'd love to just give everyone just a little bit of context. What's your role? What do you do? Do you work in IT, operations?
I'm Director of IT Governance and Security for an insurance company.
Okay, amazing. So, we're really focused on interviewing leaders from around the world to understand what are the pros and cons, concerns of AI right now in the marketplace, including, cybersecurity is a big concern right now. From what you've experienced personally, or just from your own opinion, generally speaking, what are your thoughts on AI implementation or AI readiness as a whole?
I don't think it's quite there yet, at least for the return on investment part.
Mm,
For convenience, it's great. I mean, you
okay.
can use it for, summarizing your meetings and things like that, but you can have it look at your documents and tell you, how you're, if it want to make suggestions on how to do it better, but you always have to check it.
Right,
Right? So there's always an element of risk when you do that, because if you get lazy and you don't check it, you could have problems.
right.
And then in security, we're seeing an uptick in way better phishing emails and, smishing and text and everything else from people that you can tell are not native English speaking, probably
Right.
are not here, probably in China, North Korea, wherever,
Just somewhere
but
else. Yeah.
they're able to really look real, like they're across the street from you, right? So it makes it a lot more scary for my people, because that's still 85% of the way bad guys get into your networks
Right.
is through employees.
How important then do you think education is around the topic so that we can be more aware of these things, right?
Well, we're trying. I implemented what I call the scam of the week email.
Okay.
So we do a monthly one, a training one, we do a phishing one every month. So we do both of those. And then I didn't feel it was enough, especially when I heard some people, their grandparents got scammed.
Yeah.
So I started putting out every week a scam of the week, and I try to make it funny because they'll read it.
Right.
So I'll put stories about myself, my grandkid, my wife, who unfortunately does not appreciate my sense of humor sometimes. But
She's like, why are you writing about me at
yeah,
work, John?
she says, I want to see what you said. And, but people like it. So I actually get compliments. It's the only email I've ever put out in security where
Yeah.
people actually thank me and say I saved their husband,
Yeah.
their grandparents, their mother, or themselves from doing something stupid.
So let's say that, we have to just say that AI is not going anywhere, right?
Nope.
So if that's the case, like what would it take for you, in your opinion, for it to have that ROI and be, more easily implemented? What does it still need or lack in order to get us there?
I think it just needs time.
Yeah.
We're at the start of the agent race. Everybody's now got agents. Last year when I came here, there really were no agents.
Mm.
I would talk to people and like, oh, they're coming, give us a year. And now that they're here, again, there's still more to help you with your writing or your skills, or look something up or search better. But when they start developing agents to actually help you process your data and to work on your job as an employee, to whatever you normally do to speed up that time, that's when the ROI comes out, right?
So, for example, let's say we had somebody else come on that said, like, if instead of having to manually reset passwords for people, all these password reset, submissions could be done by an AI. And if that's the case, that was happening, then that would be awesome, because then you're focusing on other things other than just like credentials and login and stuff
Yeah,
like
well,
that.
we have that.
Yeah.
We have a system that we get everybody to sign up for that, because we're in the insurance and some of the bad groups kind of target us. I can't remember the name of the one,
Yeah.
but we tend to have their manager and them on a video call before I'll have one of our service desk people turn them back on.
Wow.
That's how scary we are. And
Yeah.
I'll go like this, right? Let's see you do this. So, or shine a flashlight at them, and so that, if it's some kind of generated, deep fake, that tends to break it. So
Wow.
it's getting scary.
Yeah. Well, luckily there are people just like you who are concerned and are trying to take the right steps to make sure that nothing is hastily implemented. In a positive light, what do you think the future of work could look like if done right? Like if AI is implemented well and used as a tool for good, what do you think Work Reborn, the future of work, looks like?
Well, in security, we want to use it to help us tell us what vulnerabilities we should remediate first.
Like predictive?
Well, no, just like every 8 hours, I don't know how many, 8 different tools that pulls up. Here's all your vulnerabilities. Here's it for APIs. Here's it for websites. Here's it for your servers and your workstations and everything else. And it's like having something that would look at that instead of a human doing it and saying, we recommend that you work on this set first and then this set and this set.
Yeah.
Because sometimes a person may make a different decision than just them probably what it should. And people get tired and they blow things off and
Right.
things happen. So that would be a good thing for us. And then most businesses, including ours, lives on email.
Right.
So most of our work, most of our policies that we sell come in through emails. So having stuff that will help us automate the email process where it takes all kinds of different formats from different employer groups and have that come in and be automatically loaded into our system would be super cool. And that's just not there yet.
Right.
And that's the return on our ROI.
Well, if you could have a device that also did all of that, that would be pretty cool
Yeah.
too, right? We're working towards innovations like that at Lenovo currently. But I heard you're actually a fan of the Lenovo devices as well.
I like their laptops.
Yes,
I've always
yes.
been a fan. I had a Lenovo for probably over 10 years.
Wow.
And I had it before it was Lenovo, it was IBM, right?
Yeah. So you're an original
Oh
fan.
yeah,
Yeah.
I've liked those for a long time. They're great laptops.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming by the podcast booth, John. I've really appreciated your perspective and your honesty. Conversations like this are what we need in this industry to stay honest with each other and stay connected and understand what we should be thinking about when it comes to all of these innovations in the future. If anyone is interested in learning more about the Work Reborn report, download it in the link in the description below. Or if you're watching us on YouTube, there's a QR code over here that will magically appear that you can scan and download a copy of for yourself. It's been a blast. That's it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for joining us live in Orlando for this amazing episode of Work Reborn. I've been your host, Rita Risha, and it's been a pleasure to bring you insightful conversations from around the world, especially at this event, on how we are bringing new life to the modern workplace. If you enjoyed this episode and you want to stay tuned on more ways that we are doing just that, make sure to like, follow, and subscribe our channel and download a copy of the Work Reborn report today.
Lenovo, Lenovo.